can leave the party without ever letting you know. Without ever letting you know. Without ever letting you know.
What's going on, guys? As promised, the noob guide to our planet. So, in this episode, we are going to cover what is our planet and why is it the best NFT play to earn game out right now, and what is in store for future. How does it work? The basics, staking, crafting, minting, NFTs and FTs. All the external links that will help you along your way. What's the difference between Atomic Hub and Simple Market? The most cost-effective way for new people to get in. The safer options and the gambles. We're going to go a little bit into land and how it's profitable and the current market prices and whether or not it's worth buying now or waiting for more land packs to come out. And we're also going to have a little look at Alcor Exchange and how that works and how this is one of the best passive incomes for all NFT projects out right now. Let's jump straight in with the beginning and have a look at the Our Planet medium about how to play. Before the game starts, AETH is an essential matter of Our Planet. With it, you can buy the basic elements. The easiest way to get AETH is to mine it. Staking NFTs on Our Planet staking system. Probably you have some NFTs you're not using at the moment. Stake them to get profit in AETH. And then using the hourly rewards, you can then buy the basic materials. So generate new materials. Using AETH to buy basic elements. The generator of materials has 4 slots which can mix ingredients together into new materials. The combination needed to create each specific material is defined and constant. A recipe might contain more than 1 unit of a specific element material. Each time you try to construct something in a generator, it costs a little bit of wax, and that percentage of wax then will go straight into the Our Planet Prize Fund. Rewards and losses. Not every blend will create a new element. If a player guesses wrong, the ingredients will be destroyed. If the player creates a new material, he receives a material as well as the NFT card with a picture of the new element on it. Limited supply to the first 600 players, or the first 600 mints, should we say. The first player who opened the new material will become an inventor of this material and will get the inventor's prize. And they're selling for about $2,000 on Atomic Market right now, guys. So inventing new elements is a pretty decent way to make some money. The inventor will get 0.002% of the Our Planet Prize Fund. The pack of the NFT of the invented material will be the first mint. Name of the inventor will be immortalized in history and will be marked on all the next packs with this material. So guys, if you've got a bit of an ego and you want your name plastered around everywhere, go out and invent some shit. Also, build up your ETH per hour and you think that you know how to make cloth or battery or one of these uninvented elements yet, then go and play around. There's loads of help out there with external links that we will post in a description and cover in this video, but inventing new elements is still viable, so go and have fun with it. Our Planet NFTs. All NFTs from Our Planet can be staked into the staking system. Their mining power will be significant. NFTs of each material will be presented in 6 different rarities, and each rarity may have several styles. Obviously, the earlier discoverers of new recipes who win Our Planet NFTs will have an advantage going forward. So be precise, be fast, mix again, and who knows, maybe you will be rewarded with wealth and glory. Good luck. Having a look at their roadmap, guys, this was back from February the 11th. Phase 1, evacuation. So NFT, DeFi, Ether mining, new participating projects, sale of basic materials, evacuation, game launch, mining tool sales, super secret, and FT swap. So all of these are now out, and we've just entered phase 2, colonization, and we've just hit the second of the Our Planet land sales. So for those of you that don't know, They've had 2 land sales. They were both whitelisted people only. The first one was done at random, and you had a 23% chance of being picked with the amount of people that were involved at the time. The second one was awarded to the top 3,000 active players, so we did manage to get into that. We did buy some land. We will discuss that a bit later on in the video. And if you haven't already watched our land pack opening video, go watch that after this one. Next, after the land sale, building construction, Mars primary, elements mining, colonization game launch, and then in phase 3, conquest, character sale, robot creating, conquest game launch. So I'm already really wrapped up, really involved in our planet, and really excited about it already. So when they actually commence with phase 2 and phase 3, you're going to see a lot of videos from us, a lot of excitement, and hopefully you're going to see a lot more crafting, because I'm hoping that we can get to 50k an hour ether soon. So having a look at the generator then, you can see here, as we read in that Medium article, we can put 4 basic elements in here and we can construct for a small fee of wax. So you can buy all of your basic elements from the shop, and they all cost 10,000 AETH each. Here's all of the elements that have been discovered and undiscovered. So we can see here there's a long list of discovered elements, and all the greyed out ones are undiscovered. So there's some things on here like cloth, sandstorm, broom, block, smoke, that just seem really, really easy to invent and haven't been invented yet. So there's also other things like battery that will no doubt go into potentially calculator and flashlight. So there are going to be elements that lead to other elements. So it's in your best interest to get your ether up per hour as quick as possible, so that you can have a go at trying to invent some of these. So now we move on to staking, which is obviously one of the most important things, especially when you first start out. You can see that our staking reward is 24k per hour, which is quite a modest amount. We're really happy with that. But half of that alone comes from minting 1 NFT, which was this Mythic River. So if it wasn't for that Mythic River, we wouldn't have been able to mint gun and bullets as fast as we did, and that would have been another 1,200, nearly 1,400 an hour that we'd be missing out on. So like it said in the Medium article, you guys need to be precise, you need to be fast, and you need to have a steady hand as well. So staking, you can stake any of these listed NFTs, okay? So some of the most cost effective ones are F Legends and Dark Country, which we will go into a little bit more in the future, which we will go into a little bit more later in the video. But you can list any of these NFTs on here. So recently they have just removed a load of the Abundant Alien Worlds NFTs because of bot mining and CPU issues. There's always a bit of a risk to go for the cheaper options, because you never know if they're going to change the ether output or if they're going to delist them completely. Whereas Tribal Books has just had a buff and they've just times everything by 2. So obviously the price on Atomic Hub has gone up on those as well. We'll go over better cost effective ways to stake towards the end of the video. But for now, any NFTs that you do have that are listed here, stake them as soon as possible to get your ether up per hour. So guys, an absolutely essential tool that you need to success on our planet is called Our Planet Tools Generator, and this is an external website from Our Planet. So on here you can see everything that's been minted. I like to change this drop down box here to NFT mints left ascending. Here I can see how many out of the 600 NFTs are available to mint. Once the first 600 have been minted, you will only get FTs. There will be no more NFTs left to mint. What this means is you will be left with an element to make new things in future, but you will no longer have a stakeable asset. To explain this a little bit better, there's been 600 clays made now. If I made clay, I would not get a stakeable clay. I would get a clay here to use as an element. This is an FT, a fungible token, which is usable, and these are NFTs, which are stakeable. It's really important to note the difference between NFTs and FTs. So FTs are used to generate new elements, and NFTs are stakeable and sellable assets. Our Planet Tools generator is your best friend. I suggest when you start staking your NFTs, you save up as much AETH as possible. Keep an eye on this, keep refreshing it until someone discovers a new element. If you join the Our Planet Discord and also the Cryptopunk Discord, there are updates as soon as someone discovers something. The other day paper was discovered and it only cost around 300k Ether, so it meant that it was a lot cheaper than a lot of these unminted NFTs. Another tool that you can't live without if you want to be successful at Our Planet is this Our Planet Google Doc, which we will also drop in the description, and it's made by Mike No Life. This will show you exactly how much you will get depending on the rarity of your NFT. So for instance, if we were to go and make gun again, which we did the other day, and we would have got a mythic gun, that would have been 56k Ether an hour, and that would have probably been worth about anywhere between $10,000 and $15,000 on the open market. We actually minted a common, so we only got 560 ETH an hour, which we're not mad at because we had already made 2 bullets along the way, which were still mintable. So in total, we got about 1400 ETH an hour between the 3 NFTs. And we minted those by earning Ether in-game and not spending our hard-earned cash. So it creates its own ecosystem. So you build up ETH per hour, which you claim. So you can see now we're up to 500k, which is less than a day's worth of farming Ether for us. So now if I refresh this, I can go through and I can see which ones I can afford. I know for a fact that they're all minted, they're under 1 million right now. So we need to save up to over 1 million ETH to try and mint a new one. So if you're looking at the cheapest one that we can make right now that still has mints available, so there's still 27 tsunamis to make and it's just over 1 million. So this time tomorrow we'd be able to mint that if there's any left. And looking at tsunami, we can see if we mint a mythic, that's 13,000 ETH per hour, which is amazing. That will be worth about $6,000 on the open market quite easily. And also it would generate us an immense amount of Ether per hour. However, if we only mint the common, it's probably not worth it. Whereas we could save for, say, bulb, for instance, which is going to cost a lot more, but the rewards are going to be a lot higher. So if we get the common bulb, it's 400, but if we get that mythic, it's 40k an hour. However, bulb is likely to be used on flashlight. So we get the NFT, which is fully stakeable and will give us a higher reward than tsunami, but it will take us longer to earn the ETH to make it. But bulb will likely be used to make flashlight. So we've got the NFT, which is fully stakeable and generating us more ETH per hour. And then we've got the FT, which we use again in future to make flashlight when that's discovered. It's using this trail of thought which started Bullets for Gun series for us. We decided to make bullets because we knew they would go in gun and gun would be discovered soon. The next day after making the first bullet, gun was discovered, which allowed us to make another bullet the day after, and then 2 days after that we could finally afford gun. So if you don't have a massive amount of ETH per hour, saving up for bulb when flashlight is discovered, which probably needs battery and other things as well, it's going to be a really expensive build. By already having bulb and potentially metal or whatever other elements already ready to go in your generator will make that a more cost effective way of earning ETH per hour on the way to getting potentially quite a very decent payout. If we would have got a mythic gun instead of a common, we would have been looking at 56k Ether per hour instead of 560. So I think realistically we will probably aim for bulb next, because if we do get a rare or higher, it is a very good value for money NFT. And also it's likely to be in Flashlight when that's discovered. So bear all these things in mind, guys, when you're moving forwards and you're plotting your first NFTs to craft. Now we're going to have a little look at the external links and the difference between Atomic Hub and Simple Market. So on Atomic Hub, I'd always suggest go onto Market and click Our Planet. You want the official Our Planet NFTs. I've seen a few dodgy people that have created NFTs on Wax, called it something similar to Our Planet, so AAA Our Planet or something like that, used a screenshot of the NFT and tries to sell it on the market. So be careful, there are still scammers out there. As soon as they are caught, they will be deleted by Atomic Hub and blocked by Wax. So they do get punished, but just stay diligent, guys. So now we're on the Our Planet Atomic Hub. You can see we can buy packs, elements, rigs, inventors, and land. So first of all, going over the packs, you can go through this drop down box here and change it to lowest mint, or you can change it to lowest price, or you can change it to newest listed. If we go back to lowest price, I can see that the mini land packs are selling for a minimum of $1,000 right now. If I want to check the sale history, I just click that there and it's already set up as well. So those land packs that we brought yesterday for $100 are going for 10 times plus right now, which is insane. And we can see here a jewel pack that cost us $200 is selling for $2,500. So right now, land is selling for crazy prices. It's important to note when you are going through the Our Planet stuff on the market, you can't buy the FTs, you can only buy the NFTs. So if you buy one of these items, you will not be able to use it in the generator, you will only be able to use it to stake. A fantastic feature to Our Planet tools, other than the generator, is also the asset ID, which allows you to find out how much the stakeable amount is, because they're not listed unless it's a rig. If you have a look, we can see on the rigs, it tells us how much ether per hour we will generate by buying that rig and staking it. Whereas the elements, it is not so clear. So if we take this oxygen, for instance, and we copy this asset ID here by copying that and go over to Our Planet Tools, we can go on Staking Calculator, change that to Atomic Assets and paste our asset ID in there. And that will show us that that NFT will generate 2,000 ether per hour, which is a nice amount of ether per hour. But that will sell for 5,000 wax. So on Simple Market, again, you need to find the official Our Planet so that you're not buying some dodgy NFT by some con artist. And you can see also we can buy here pre-minted card packs. Okay, guys. So for 1,800 wax, we can buy pre-minted bullets. So for all of you guys that like to take a gamble out there, or if you're just getting in and you think that this is potentially a viable way and you're happy to take the risk, remember, we check our Google spreadsheet and you can see bullet there. So the common would get you 200 and the uncommon 600. So you've got 62% chance of getting a common, 21% chance of uncommon, 9.5% chance of rare, 5% epic, 2% legendary, and only 0.5% chance of getting mythic. If you get that rare or above, that's probably quite a viable option. $453 for 1.2k ETH an hour isn't too bad. 2.4k ETH an hour, that's quite a bargain. 5,000 ETH an hour, that's an absolute steal. And 20k ETH an hour, you're talking you could sell that on open market right now for about 10k. So it is a very good investment. But you are 83% likely to get 600 or 200 ETH per hour, which would not be a cost-effective way to spend your money. So bear that in mind. It's important to note as well, on Simple Market you can buy FTs and not just NFTs. So here we can click paper and we can buy paper FT. If I buy that now, that fungible token will appear in my generator and I'll be free to use that as an FT to generate a new item. So I can buy this fungible token right now for 285 wax and that will appear in my generator and I am free to use that to try and construct something new. So if someone just discovered, say, book, I could then snap up 3 pages here, or how many pages I need of paper, and then I can jump straight over here and I can use those to make my book. Potentially that's a more cost-effective way to do it, but again, that's up to you guys. To clarify, you can buy pre-minted NFTs and FTs on Simple Market, whereas on Atomic Market you can only buy rigs and NFTs that have been minted, and you cannot buy the fungible tokens. I'd suggest, if you are using either of these markets, go through sale histories, see what things are selling for, and also if you are afraid to purchase something, ask the people in the Cryptopunk Discord or the Our Planet Discord as well. When you are creating a new NFT, a really handy tool which is on Our Planet Generator, and I suggest you all use and don't copy myself and Hooded and how we generate things and make new NFTs, because that is purely for content and purely for your guys' amusement. You can click this button here. It will purchase all of your items, your basic elements here, your basic FTs, and then it will start making it for you. Okay, so it will generate all of those, do all of the legwork for you until eventually you end up with your compass. Okay, so a couple of clicks of a button and it will make the NFT that you are trying to create. The way that we do it is the old-fashioned way, and we will do it slowly on the generator by buying all of the elements straight off the shop. So other really handy things about Tool Generator is you can also check out the staking leaderboard. So if you type your wax address in, you can find out exactly where you are on the staking leaderboard, how much per hour, and how much reward there is left to collect. You can also use this tool to find out who the top guys are and how much they are generating per hour. So 543k per hour is the highest at the moment. And we can also find out how much any whale has got stored at any one time. You got to think, if they've got 6 million ether built up and then they do a transaction on an Alcor, it's going to shift the whole price of ether for your wax. So it's worth bearing that in mind when you're looking to sell your ether. Maybe wait for it to peak rather than dip before you sell it. Also, you can check out how many accounts there are in total. And right now there's 46,000 accounts. When we first started out there was only 13,000, so it's come a long way over the last few weeks. It really is blowing up. This really is the best passive income NFT game out there at the moment, and if you think differently, correct me down below in the comments. So another great external link that you can use is the Ether Lender. So this is an Ether loan to help you on your way to mint NFTs. So you need to unstake your assets off of Our Planet and then click them here and stake them against your loan. You can then select how many hours or days that you want to stake for and then get a quote. The way that this works is they will take your NFTs and stake them on their own account. They will make back their loan plus their 10% interest on top, and then they will send back your NFT. So this is a completely viable way to help you out at the beginning, but you do need the upfront collateral to do this. So you do need some high cost NFTs or some high ETH per hour building NFTs. So if you manage to play for a few weeks and manage to pull a couple of nice rares or a mythic or something like that, you can stake that asset for a couple of days to increase your ETH in the bank so you can quickly create another NFT. Another really handy external link is the R calculator, and all you need to do is type in your hourly rate, which is 24,238. So I can just paste that in there, hit go, and it tells me at the current rate of ETH to wax and wax to USD that we are making $4,400 a month passive income. Obviously, this completely depends on the price of wax, the price of ETH, okay? But if we were not to spend any of that ether to generate new NFTs, we could make $140 a day. $1,000 a week and $4,400 a month. This is a very good tool to use when figuring out how long it's going to take you to pay off your assets. Just bear in mind the price of wax and ETH do fluctuate. So one day that could be 4,000 a month, the next day that could be 6,000 a month. So just bear that in mind. Again, guys, these are really good external links that are made by Our Planet enthusiasts and fans. Most of them will have their wax addresses on there. Feel free to donate them a little bit of wax to support them for their great work, because it really does make life a lot easier for us guys. Another external link that's very good is the alchemy table, and this shows you what has been tried, when it was last tried, and how much it cost. So we can see here that if they're failed, they have nothing in the results field. So, and it also tells you their wax address. So this person's tried desert, dust, sun, wind. It failed and it cost him 3 million. So that was quite an expensive thing to try. I'm going to scroll down until I can find paint, which I think was the last thing created. There we go. So this guy here discovered paint with rainbow, water, water, water. And he's created, I think, 600 different NFTs. And it cost him 2.8 million to figure that out. If we copy this guy's WAM address and put it in on the staking leaderboard, we can see that he is number 8 and his hourly rate is 360k ETH an hour. Okay, so this guy's very active. I think he's invented a few different things and he's a whale. He's in the top 10. It's also very handy here as well to see what people are trying to discover and where they're at. This guy looks like he's going for torch, so he's got bulb, electric, glass and metal. I have a feeling it's going to be bulb, battery, metal and lens. Lens and battery still haven't been discovered, but I could be wrong. We want to get to a position where we're earning enough ETH per hour so that we can start trying to guess things. But right now, we need to increase that ETH per hour because we're not making 300k an hour, we're only making 24k. So again, a very good external link for you guys to check out, and it will be dropped in the description below. So one of the things that we get asked all the time, and something that all of the new guys, all of you guys are really interested to find out, is what's the most cost-effective way to get your ETH up per hour? So the things that I would suggest to do, the safe things, the safe bet, because there are a few gambles out there which we will go over in a minute. The safe things to do are, one, to keep an eye on Atomic Market. Have a look at the pack prices. If a pack price comes down below a certain amount that you've preset in your head, buy it, because you will open that pack and you will find rigs. And some of the rigs will give you 800 or 5,000 or 10k ETH per hour. So it is worth buying a pack if it is below what you are willing to pay for it. There will be new rigs coming out soon. At this time, we do not know when that is, and we don't know if it will be open to the general public or whether it will be whitelisted, and how many packs will be available to each person. As we find out more information, we will let you guys know. Not only packs, you can buy elements or rigs on the market. So as we showed you before, these elements, you can copy the ID, you can use the staking calculator, and you can see how much ETH per hour you're going to get and decide whether or not you think it is worth it. We can select here our rarity. If we select rare, we're looking at a higher ETH per hour. We're looking at lowest price at the moment. We've already checked oxygen. So legendary heat is $770. We can either check here, legendary heat, it's only 125 ETH an hour, so it's really not worth it. Or again, you can just copy that asset ID, chuck it into Our Planet Tools Generator, and check the stake amount. Cool, so that matches up. So probably the most cost-effective thing to purchase are Dark Country at the moment. So this is a deck building strategy game, which I really recommend you guys go check out this NFT project. Anyway, they have a land sale coming up, so potentially it is a very sturdy passive income for the future. Right now you can stake these cards on our planet and they give you a very good reward. Yesterday you could buy these monster packs for $28 and I brought 4 packs. From the 4 packs, so just under $120, I ended up with about 238 ETH per hour, which when you look at the market price on rigs, a 250 rig is around about $200, so it actually worked out quite cheap. And also I've got cards to play that game, so I see Dark Country as a mid to safe gamble, as potentially they could change the ETH per hour of these cards, whereas the rigs, they're never going to change the ETH per hour because they are set. When using Dark Country, make sure you use our referral links, which we will drop in the description below, and it gives you a very good referral earning pool. Soon there will be a button that you click and you will be able to extract your wax in USDC instantly, but for the time being you need to email admin and let them know that you want to withdraw your wax. You can sign up any number of people using your referral link, so go sign up all of your friends after using our link initially, and you will get 5% of everyone's purchase. So you can stake them on our planet, which is great. You have a really high referral rate as well. It's just a win-win all around at the moment with Dark Country. So another one that I like to keep an eye on are F Legends. Some of the F Legend cards go for ridiculous amounts. The legendaries give you 120 ETH per hour, and they're about $86 on average. Sometimes you see a gold card listed for around 500 wax and they give you 500 ETH per hour, so it's really do recommend keeping an eye on F Legend NFTs. Obviously it's a really good idea to keep going through this collection to make sure that nothing's been updated. Have a look at all of these on the market. Some of them you can pick up for really cheap and they give you quite good ETH per hour, but it really is a trial of testament. You really need to stick at it and just keep looking at things on the market and buy bargains where you can to increase your ETH per hour, because the most effective way to increase your ETH per hour is to mint NFTs that haven't been fully minted. If you pull that mythic out, there's no more playing around. You're going to be earning a high ETH per hour, and that is the most cost effective way. So don't waste your ETH. Use it strategically and mint as many NFTs as possible. Now on to some of the gambles. So Metaforce Comics is coming out soon. They've got a free drop in a couple of hours for some stickers. By the time this video is out, that's probably already done. But soon the packs will be available to buy as well. So tomorrow at 4 PM these will be available to buy. And they have their own Our Planet tab on their website. There is actually a competition, so you can go enter that now. But if you check the Our Planet stakeables, it's not actually listed yet. So it's a bit of a gamble. Something could go wrong, they might not get listed. But if you're willing to take that risk, for the sake of a few $5 packs and $25 packs, remember guys, you're limited to 10 of the $5 packs and 2 of the $25 packs, so that's a $150 investment. We don't know how much they're going to be listed ETH per hour, but it's probably worth spending that $150. I don't think you'll regret it, but it is a gamble. Another gamble that potentially could pay off is Mutant Rockers. So we see Mutant Warriors is listed here. If we have a look on the market, we can see that some of them are quite cheap. You can get a mythic Mutant Rocker for about 62 wax. So there is no confirmation that this is going to be listed on Our Planet, but they have already listed Mutant Warriors, and Mutant Rockers is like season 2. So it's a big gamble. I would say a much bigger gamble than Metaforce to purchase these. But if you've got a bit of wax lying around, it really is worth the punt, I feel, to stock up on a couple of these, especially the mythics and legendaries, because they're just so cheap. It is ridiculous. Moving on from there, and I hope that clears up some of the most cost-effective ways to purchase ETH per hour. I can't reiterate enough how efficient you need to be with your ether and not waste it. How you need to think ahead at whatever NFTs that NFT that you are minting can make. About how much you need to keep your eyes on our Planet Tools Generator to keep an eye on what's been minted and what new things have been discovered. Cloth I don't think is going to be extremely expensive, and it will be discovered soon. So build up that ETH, keep an eye on our Planet Tools Generator, and just keep minting the Our Planet NFTs, and keep an eye out for the land sale as well. Go follow Our Planet's Discord, go follow their Twitter, go read their mediums, and start getting ahead of the curve. Because realistically, I've said it 1,000 times, using the ETH to mint new NFTs is really the most cost-effective way to get more ETH per hour. So now a little look over land. We were very lucky to get into the second white list on the land sale. We managed to get 1 rare land, 1 uncommon, and 2 commons. So now we passively make the element, and you can claim that whenever you want, and it will top up your element amount. So there are future use for all of these elements. Not all have been explained, but we know some will be used to power the robots and build the construction buildings that will be coming out very shortly. You can also exchange these elements on Alcor Exchange. So we got these at 10 PM last night. It's now about 11:30 and we've made 10 wax. So it's not a massive passive income, but on top of all of the ether, so that's 22 wax, another 10 wax, and our ether. So that's about 540 wax we've made since yesterday. So it all adds to the passive income. I suggest for the minute that you just keep stocking all those elements up, because the price on Alcor could increase, and also we don't know all of the use for the elements just yet. As to whether or not to buy land on the market right now, that's completely up to you. If you've got the wax ready to go and you think it's a good investment, then I would suggest that you do it. If you are unsure, then I would suggest that you stay away from it, at least until we know when the next land sale comes out and whether or not the next land sale will be whitelisted again or be open to the public. We can see here at the moment the lowest prices are around about $1,000, and these are for commons. If we change to uncommons, you talk about $1,200, and rare $2,000. If you look at the packs, the lowest price for a single is $1,100. Okay, so you're more likely to get a common. So it's about $100 difference to take a risk of getting maybe an uncommon or a rare. And if we look at the sale history, the last rare sold for $1,600. The last uncommon, $1,200. The last common, $1,000. And if we look at the sale history of the packs, the jewels are selling for about $2,400, and the singles are selling for $1,100. So they are selling. People are buying them. Whether or not you make the leap to buy them yourself is completely your decision. We honestly don't know when the next land sale is going to be, and we honestly don't know how valuable those resources are going to be, which is why people are taking the risk to buy these off the secondary market now. If you are planning to buy land, I suggest you keep an eye on the market and keep an eye on the newest listing. The lowest cost is great, but it will take some time for the newest listed land to be updated. So you might find land here, for instance, that is cheaper than land here. So keep an eye on the newest listed as well as the lowest price, and make sure you are always in the Our Planet specified field so that you're not buying any dodgy NFTs off any rogue con artists. So guys, that pretty much completes this episode of Beginner's Noob Guide to Our Planet. We hope that you learnt some stuff. If anything wasn't clear, because I was rambling on for a while because I'm extremely tired and I do apologise, please let us know down in the comments. Come and join the Discord. Me and Hooded are always active. There's loads of moderators now that are really helpful as well. And people are just hashing out their ideas for new elements, as well as helping each other with cost-effective things. If people find bargains on the marketplace and they can't afford them or not buy them, then they post them up there for the community to see as well. We have really built a great community now that are all looking out for each other, and we're all aiming for the one objective, and that's to make money and increase our passive income. We hope you've enjoyed the video and you found it helpful. Let us know below in the comments if we've made any mistakes or anything wasn't clear. If you haven't already, like and subscribe and hit that bell for more updates. And as always, invest smart.